Flower Fairy, still the GOAT, so you gotta give it to him. His consistency is just insane.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's consistently sitting at like 2.5k MMR with
Yep.
the rest of the top players sitting at like 2.3 is kind of insane.
It's insane, and he usually has, like, 2 accounts there as well, so, like, it's the consistency is just ridiculous, like, what can you say?
And it looks like we're already queuing up the very first game. So game one will be between Laomam and Flower Fairy himself.
Yeah, so we've got a veteran in Flower Fairy against Laomam, who is debuting. I don't know if Laomam is actually a long time player or if they're sort of like semi new, like say for example Mathis might, but I don't know. Do you recognize them from the olden days?
I don't really. I feel like usually Sacco is like very good at remembering the old guard, but I would wager that it is a newer player. Oh well, yeah, new-ish.
Hmm. Yeah, so it would be a crazy upset, of course, if Laomam wins. They're both defensive standard players, so I don't know. I always feel like Flower Fairy is incredibly strong in that matchup. I feel like aggro does do a little bit better into him, even though he's like a defense master. I still label him as like an incredibly strong standard player as well.
Yeah, I still think that yeah, Flower Fairy is at his core a defensive player.
Yeah, for sure. I was actually watching his stream earlier, and his title was like "Defenses Win" or something like that. I was like, okay.
Five, four, three, two,
Well, here we
one.
go. 3 seconds. Flower Fairy versus Laoman, best of one. Winner will go to the winner's bracket.
Yep. First match of the day. Let's go. What do we got? I mean, they're going to be looking for standard packs, of course. We already see Sledges. That's like the most defensive unit in the game. Arclights as well. I think Flower Fairy's happy with that. That's actually like his most picked specialist as well, Fire Badger. So yeah, par for the course there. Laomam taking his time. I mean, there's a giant spec. He loves giants. Has
Yeah,
balls
we've got
though.
some interesting stats about Laomam as well, right? Like, is someone who almost always likes to start Arclight and doesn't like the Hounds at all. So going for the Arclight here makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I think in general, most 201 players do favor the Arclights on defense. Maybe even non 201 players, but certainly 201. They love their Arclights, man. Like they have that guide, of course, by GoDog that teaches how to defend with Arclights, and I feel like that's spread like wildfire. And then the 201s, they do have a bit of a hive mind regarding that.
Yeah, I think Arclight also just is a better unit in general for these type of long range fights. I think it also performs a little bit better defensively than something like Hound, which needs to get those levels to really get going against crawlers.
For sure, yeah. Unless you're doing like the Hound Rhino playstyle that I feel like Arbiter either invented or popularized, but feels like the 201 players don't really do that.
Well, first round here seems like it will be going over to Fairy. Started with the Sledgehammers, which have a pretty good matchup into the Stormcallers, able to tank multiple salvos, and that will lead to a first round victory. Laomam on 3800, by the way, or at least starting with it, and already falling down to sub 3500. This could get scary if he doesn't manage to stabilize.
Yeah, that's kind of remarkable there. Of course, getting the marksman should help him out here. There's Wasp Swarm, but like it's not amazing in standard. It's okay.
I guess here I don't mind it. It's a decent play to try and regain some tempo. Just one Fang pack tends to not be enough to fully protect against this. And it looks like
Yeah.
Fairy will just be going for the marksman here, so should get some good value out of the Wasp Swarm for Laomam.
Yeah, that looks good. Like that's just gonna get the tower. It'll kill the marksman and then get the tower basically. Um oh, defensive for Flower Fairy. If he picks the right side, like the correct side, I should say, that's gonna be great, but he doesn't, unfortunately.
That makes a massive difference. That should just be a round win then for Laomam. We'll even get to kill a marksman before he gets the tower debuff.
Yeah, for sure. And keeping his pinata alive, aka the Orange Man, aka, I mean, he has lots of names, but that's good as well, right?
It is kind of important. I mean, when you look at the techs in this marksman mirror, Fairy is opting to run Elite Marksman, whereas Laomam has that double shot equipped. And of course, Elite is a good tech, but you need the levels, and if you don't manage to get them because Mr. Pinata is still alive, then that should bode pretty well for Laomam.
For sure. Now the Fire Badger will come down. That'll equalize like the marksman advantage that Laomam had. So specialists all complete at this point, and we'll see what they make of it.
Ooh, okay. First unit drop, round 3. Bunch of air units offered here. Phantoms, Phoenixes, and Wasps. What would you
Yeah, it
pick here?
feels. I think the Wasp, but I do think the Phoenix is. Well, no, I don't like the Phoenix. Never mind. Yeah, I think it's just always Wasp. The reason being is that you already have marksmen, so you don't want like a different sniper unit since you want the text to be, on the marksmen's. And Phantom's playable, but I don't know. I just prefer the Wasp.
Yeah, it feels like you either like cash in the Sabretooth, or indeed you pick the Wasp. But okay, Fairy goes for the Phoenixes.
Yeah, that is interesting, isn't it? Because yeah, like I said, he has the marksman's. I wonder what you make of that. I don't like maybe he just wants more snipers and doesn't want to deploy them manually. That could be his thought process.
I mean, it can be good in the early game. Like Phoenixes do come with a lot of tempo. It's a fair amount of deployments. They deal a lot of damage. They're air units, so they can cheese every now and then. But I feel like into this board from Laomam, you don't necessarily need those stats. Like if he had sledges, for instance, I could
Yep,
understand. But into Stormcaller and Chaff, maybe not so
exactly. Yeah,
much.
definitely agree there. I think the Wasp will be a nice advantage here for Laomam. The Fire Badger, of course, does come down though. It's kind of on the wing, so like pretty safe. And yeah, it should be nice tempo, but I just feel like these Wasps, man, they're gonna be so tricky to get through.
Yeah, Wasp's looking good, but as you said, there's quite a bit of units on the board already here for Fairy. Has the Arclight range as an advantage.
He's, yeah, he's kind of picking them apart, honestly. I guess if you have enough snipers, then you can just kill Wasps, right?
Yeah, and importantly, there's just too much hit points on the board, it seems. Between the Arcs, the Fire Badgers, the Sledges, Laomam just doesn't have the single target DPS to get rid of those efficiently.
I think if he took the Wasp, he would have also won, so I don't think Phoenix was like the reason he won, but yeah.
Ooh, okay. Bombard, there it is.
Round
Do you
4,
pick
right?
it?
I mean, you get it back round 9. That seems fine. Like, it's pretty cheap.
I mean, like, the other option is what? Enhancement module?
Yeah, you're skipping, right? There's no other way. Unless you don't have sledges yet, you could, like, technically
I
mass
mean,
produce them, but...
yeah, okay, both of them go from Bombard. I could see enhancement module here for Fairy if he wants to be greedy.
Yeah.
Because he probably doesn't want to keep the Phoenixes, and he did pick up a level, so like you could swap it around, sell Phoenix, go onto the Sledgehammer, but we're just playing for tempo.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, you're right. It's just, it takes a while to pay it off, but... Because, the sell button and all that, and, like, losing your sledges doesn't feel good, but yeah, it is a decent play.
Are we going to see shields? For now, seems like it's just going to be a mobile beacon. Laomam trying to save his high-level wasps, and he does guess correctly as to where this bombard will get dropped.
Yeah, that is really nice. Both players have almost no money remaining, so maybe one shield for Laoman, maybe not. Yeah, there it is. That's pretty nice. That's actually really nice. Great reads.
Yeah, I mean, saving some of his chaff, saving the Stormcallers could make a big difference.
Nice bombard on the right. One Phoenix goes down. Pretty huge. The Marksman goes down. Arclight almost dead. You can see the bubble taking quite significant damage on the left. Probably going to go down. These blue sledges are also a huge amount of tempo here.
Oh man, Sledgehammers level 2 are so annoying to deal with in Standard. Like, it cannot be understated how good it is to get an early level on them.
Totally agree. Like, it almost merits a brand new response, right? It's like, can my marksmans really kill them?
Not really. Like, they already need 2 shots for a level 1 sledge. So, I mean,
Yeah,
double that times 5.
exactly.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And you can see the tempo coming through. Sub 2k, round 5, not great. The Bombard may not even come back. And more spells. This has been a pretty spell-heavy game.
It really has been. Underground. Going to be the pickup here for Laomam and for Fairy as well. Both players up to now just always picking the one spell that gets offered.
For sure. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. What can Laomam do here, right? Like, he does see Badger plus 2 sledges. Do you ever Scorpion?
Hmm.
Or
I mean,
hacker,
you could.
like Tungdil style
Hacker,
hackers.
maybe. Yeah, I think I almost like Hacker more. The problem I have with Scorp is it's so expensive,
Mm-hmm.
and it tends not to have a great matchup into Marksman or Phoenix, but Laomam will opt to go for it nonetheless.
Yeah, I think it's an all right try. I mean, it's definitely not terrible, right? It's just the question of like, is there anything better, right?
Yeah, the problem I have is Laomam needs to outscale Fairy here, because Fairy's still at 4k,
Yep,
and
yep.
I don't think Scorpion outscales Marksman and Phoenix. That's kind of the issue.
Here comes the
I mean, he
missile.
does run Siege.
Oh,
Oh, that hurts.
huge. Oh, this underground that distracted so much stuff. That's
It
kind of crazy
did,
too.
but it's kind of bad because all of the sledges walked backwards, so the Scorpions don't have anything to shoot at, and now they're just, yeah, they shot at crawlers once and then died.
It's so true. It's so funny when that happens. It's like you get late chaff or like I don't know, it disrupts when the chaff clear occurs and just yeah, in this case it was really not good.
Wow, manages to somehow sneak in those wasps on the left side though, so a decent debuff, but there's just so much left, and I mean with the Scorpions doing absolutely nothing this round, that's going to be another victory here for Fairy. And Laomam, 1200 hit points. That's not looking too good.
So rough, yeah, for sure. Do any of these cards help? I mean, nothing crazy. Like you could amp core your wasp, but I don't think that really does much. I think both players probably EMP.
I mean, it would be kind of the trend,
Yeah, like
picking
they're
up the
nice
spell yet again.
cards, but I don't know. It's such a weird position, right? Like, do you really go for a greedy line here on Laomam?
Yeah, I don't know. I just not a fan of these Scorps. I can see them doing something, but I feel like you have to get to siege mode.
Oh, siege mode? Yeah, does he have it? Yes, he does. 2 more Scorps coming out. It's got 400 left. Certainly could range them. Does go for it. We can see the Wasp drop on the back. Mustangs are coming over Flower Fairy with the range. So just completely safe. And yeah, I kind of like having Mustangs against Scorpions.
Fairy
Just as
also picked
chaff.
up that improved firepower for the Mustangs, so looking to play the long game.
For sure, yeah. He's got the breathing room to do it. The EMP looks like it's probably going to go through. Not the craziest EMP, though. Just the arc lights getting shut down. Maybe the Phoenix slowed.
I think one of these arc lights even walks out of it on the right side.
Yeah, it's really close. I think you're probably right. We have temp range for both sides. Lone here for Laomam. Sentry Missile on Flower Fairy once again. Just gets the crawler there. Let's see. I think the Mustangs here were a great addition. The arc lights do get EMP'd.
Okay, not too bad. Scorpion range will definitely help. And yeah, this time around we can see that the sledgehammers are indeed walking forward, which makes
Yeah.
it a little bit easier on those Scorpions. Left side
Boom.
one got added,
Great
instantly
shot.
blocked. And, oh,
Dude, 4 sledge kills with 1 shot there. That was great. The Wasp now going down the left, unfortunately. Right side still's got all the Scorps, man. It's looking kind of good over there. The Phoenixes, though, if they stay alive and we kill all the Marksmans, that's a win condition right there.
I am kind of surprised at how well the Phoenixes have been doing. Keep in mind these are unranged, but
Yeah, true.
left one instantly locked one of the ranged Scorpions, took it down, and it's
Yep.
a round win for Laomam, but that
With
was still
alone,
pretty
yeah.
close.
Kept the bubbles, too, which was nice. Really low HP bubble there on the right.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he might be turning the corner here. It's hard to tell.
Lots of units being offered here. A bunch of tanky mechs.
Yeah. It feels like you don't need Raidens.
Feels like you don't need anything.
Yeah, both players. Selling the fortress. Flower Fairy, immediate loan. Laomam gonna oil up the right side. That looks pretty good. Really good with Scorpions, by the way. Everything clusters together.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the War Factory.
2.25k on Fairy just unlocked the truck.
Yep. Beep, beep. Where's it going?
I mean, anywhere.
Yeah, as long as that's in front of your stuff, pretty much good anywhere. As long as like Scorpions don't randomly click acid, like you're pretty good. He's thinking, though. He's like, do I want them level 1? Do I want them level 2? I imagine that's what he's waiting on. He decides blue, level 2.
Yeah, it has to be blue.
I think so, yeah. There's the armor
With
that
the
gives
armor.
it ton of HP. There's no EMP, so that's just a ton of effective health for only, like, what, 200?
Yeah, you know, just 500,000 worth of hit points. Also fires 16,000 damage from 4 guns every 1.8 seconds. Good
Look at
luck.
these crawler flanks as well. This is a true gut shot, man.
Yeah, nice distraction here. Scorpion fires twice into the crawlers. Will eventually lock, but as you said, without the acid, I don't think this thing cares much.
Yeah, Scorpion goes down. It continues to move forward with the mobile beacon. It's so close to the tower, but there's a lot of stuff in the way. We've dealt about a third of its health pool by now. Right side looking okay for Laomam, but look at the truck coming in. Down goes the tower, and that's got to be Rip, surely.
Yeah, truck goes where it pleases, and in doing so, we'll just take out the entire side while it's at it. And that will mean a round 7 victory here for Fairy against Laomam, and that'll send him through to the winners' finals.
Yeah, not a big overkill, I think, but an overkill nonetheless.
Just enough.
Yep, good gut shot. He just dominated the game with tempo, right? It's kind of like a classic formula there. Like snowball with the blue sledges, get them low, and then, you know, take the spells, do the lone car plan. Looked pretty solid.
Yeah, and Fairy was just up on tempo for pretty much the entire game, and right when Laomam seemed to have turned a corner there, keeping the shields, winning around with the ranged scorpions, the blue truck comes out, and yeah, that seals the deal.
Indeed. Well, Flower Fairy 1-0 so far. Just needs one more win in the next best of 1, and he's through to the semis.
And we would kind of expect him to, right? Just considering the pedigree. But you still got to do it.
Yep, for sure. I mean, there's just killers in this group, right? Honestly, Laomam was, you know, the underdog, so a little bit expected of a result. Like, he's still very, very good and can certainly still get second in this group. But yeah, we'll have to see. Up next, we've got Conclusion and Horrible Will. Conclusion is from 301, so a German player.